you see the little cap gun and it goes pew pew pew, and then you hear in the background, I think like Cameras Anthony goes, I think we are live, and it goes. Hey everyone, what's going on? And welcome to an exciting, new, fresh, epic, adjective episode of the Capcom Podcast. Yay! Yay! And yay! I am your captain today. What's Heathcliff's title? Like Lord? Like
Slave
what?
boy.
I'm thinking like later, like or like Edgar's
Rat child.
That's me.
Dirty scoundrel.
I'm your rat child, Justy, and I'm joined today by.
I'm first mate Spank.
That is right. That is right. Cameron will be joining us later on, but for the time being, we are talking about the hit romance film of the decade, Wuthering Heights. Yes.
The fifth iteration of Wuthering Heights. This is the fifth time they've turned this thing into a movie. Based on
I don't know the full backgrounds. I'd love to hear more.
Fifth time they've turned this into a movie.
Okay.
Based on a book, and this adaptation only is the first half of the book. And it strays from the book at the end. I can get to that when we get to the spoiler section. I don't want to ruin it for anyone. But it's the fifth iteration, fifth time it's made into a movie, and this particular movie only takes place in the first half of the book.
So that is actually shocking to hear that there's more that goes on after this point.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into the.
I'm delighted to learn more because in my head I'm like, how's that work? But
like where could this story go? Well, it'll make more sense. It'll make more sense. They changed the ending. Well, they changed the middle, I should say. But we'll get to
that. Golly. Okay, so. Let's since we're talking about it already, we could skip the small talk. I don't like the small talk. Who cares about small talk?
I love small talk.
What would you like the small talk?
Talk small to me. Talk small to me, baby.
Do you like that I'm blending into the backgrounds here?
I love it. I wasn't gonna say it, but you called yourself out. We went over this 2 weeks ago. You wore the same one. You just said.
Well, I think I changed out of it because I'm like, no, we can't do this. And this time I'm like, I don't know, Wuthering Heights. I mean, I'll just sink back on this one. It's okay. I'll take the hits. Also, I think it's just kind of funny looking.
Yeah, I considered wearing my frilly lace like they do in the movie. Unfortunately, today is the Great American Race, so we had to rep Daytona Racing. Let's go Blaney, baby. Let's go Blaney, baby. But
I'm glad you're here this time.
Back to the film, Justin. Why don't you just give us a quick breakdown of what we're talking about here?
Gosh, where do we begin with Wuthering Heights? It takes place in what, like, it's a film that takes place like in
England, but it's northern because
I was thinking like early 1700s ish. That was my guess.
I mean, there's poop on the floor, so it's safe. It's a safe bet. It's a safe bet.
Okay, yeah. not modern day at the very least. We could probably agree on that one.
Horse and carriage, you know what
I mean? It is a period drama romance-ish film. Ish is going to carry a lot of weight.
It is.
About these you have these children who we'll get into the gist of how they unite. They grow up together. One of them was brought in.
One's legitimate. One's a ward.
One's brought in by the boy girl. The girl's father brings in the boy.
Yeah, Catherine's dad brings in Heathcliff,
and the girl being Catherine. And they have like this trauma bond over an abusive father figure. They grow up together. They mean the world to each other. But around the time, we can break it up at this point. At the point in time in which they grow older, they meet a new neighbor-ish. They say neighbor, but point being, Catherine is asked to be wed to rich man, and Heathcliff overhears that she just cannot be with him because he's so lowly, so so poor, so this and that. But deep down, she really loves him. And not even deep down, she just outwardly really, really loves this man. He runs off, she gets married, and this film explores the consequence of them not staying together in those early days, despite this deep, incredible love that they have for one another. And we take some dark turns. And
Yeah,
that's the
it
gist of
explores
Wuthering Heights.
it explores the concept of, where love becomes obsession, right? Like
Yes.
where love is a great thing, but when does it get to the point where it's not a good thing? So what because it gets there where they're in love, but they're also obsessed with each other, and that obsession harms the people around them. So they're kind of both the protagonists and the antagonists in the movie at the same time. Because when you start, you're kind of rooting for them. By the end, you're like, these are the worst people I've ever met.
Well, absolutely. Catherine is wed to Edgar. Edgar has a sister. Is it Isabel or Isabella?
No, Isabella is his ward, not his sister.
Ward? Wait, why do I have sister in my head?
No, it's his ward. So he took her in, but she is
Okay.
the heir to the estate.
That's why I got confused. Okay.
She is the heir to the
Point being,
estate.
she's the protagonist, really, if you think. That's why I brought her
She's
up.
something. She's something, all right. Bark, bark, baby.
I will say that might be the best scene, and
That scene is raw.
we'll talk about it. For those not super familiar with the film, it is an R-rated film, so we'll probably touch on some adult elements here as just a little warning. But
Yeah.
let's give a broad sense of Chuck. What do you think of Wuthering Heights?
So the first half I actually really enjoyed because the sets are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really kind of like the sets are awesome. Like Wuthering Heights, which is where they live. So that's the name of the movie, and it's like the castle kind of that they live in. I really like it. It was like that polished stone. And then that other building where it has all the hands everywhere, like that fireplace with all the hands.
Yes.
The sets were really cool. So that kept me engaged. And then, like I said, in the beginning, you're rooting for these kids, right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
liked the story more when they were kids. Once they grew up a little bit, it did drag a little bit for me. I felt like the 2 hour and 15-minute runtime was a little long.
Well,
It probably
they grew
could have
up like
trimmed,
what, like
could have
15
trimmed a
minutes
little
in,
bit of that fat.
20 minutes in. So if everything after that drags, that is most of the movie.
No, they're kids for 30 minutes at least.
Okay, like kids, like this
Well,
film
no,
kids
but before the marriage
before
proposal.
wedding.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Because
we can call it 30 minutes ish. Sure.
after that, when they kind of go their separate ways, there's a decent time lapse. They run through like 4 Christmases in a row because they basically
Right.
the editing's kind of cool because to show that it's a new year, they just keep showing different Christmases or different winters basically, and it's kind of the way that they use that editing to say, okay, it's been X amount of years. Um, yeah, for me, I think the sets were my favorite part. The acting was fine; it was good. Nothing stellar. Um, I guess the strong. I mean, Jacob and Margot were good. That Allison Oliver girl who played Isabella, she was really good.
Yeah.
She's a really interesting character, and I will go into later where the book strays from the movie, or the movie strays from the book, I should say, because
That'll be
she
interesting.
kind of plays a bigger part, and what they do with Catherine's a little bit different as well. But yeah, I enjoyed it until I was like, all right, I get it. I get it.
I think this is such a fascinating movie that I wish maybe I'll have a lot to talk about, but in my head I'm like, what do I even say about this movie? Um I, in terms of feelings, I agree with you. I liked it. I think I liked it better earlier on, and I liked being able to root for some characters.
Yeah,
Um I Without getting into the gist of spoilers, I think the back half of the movie, the thing you need to like about it is being able to enjoy and be fascinated by unlikable characters, and I like that kind of movie. I could get into that. I just don't think there's enough. I want to see them go harder in that direction in the back half for me to maintain interest. So it does kind of lose me a bit. Um, and like I'm rooting for them, but like
Until you're not.
it's yeah. Sorry, I'm rooting for them early on,
Right.
but like even like that, I'm like I'm not like desperate to see this work. Like
No, I'm basically desperate to see it not work. Like,
I like this movie when it's trying to be a dark comedy.
yes.
I love those elements of the movie. I just wish there was a lot more of that. And there are just scenes where characters are just sitting around depressed, and I'm like, I'm not connecting. I'm just
No,
not
there's a decent amount of brooding. That's what I'm
a
saying,
lot of
and
brooding
that's
that
kinda in the
like
back half where it's like, we get it, you know? Like, we understand that. We don't need to see more of it, and that's what I'm saying. They coulda trimmed some of that fat, shorter
yeah.
because I went with my wife. She saw the trailer, when we went and saw, I don't know, something else, and she was like, "Oh, I'd like to see that," right?
Mhm.
So, we both enjoyed it for a time, and, like, 2 hours, towards the end, she's like, "Should we just go get a drink?" Like, she's like, she's like, "I get it. Let's
Yeah, get the idea. Yeah.
I get the gist." Um, we did in fact finish the film. I'm not a big leave early guy, so we did
Yeah.
finish it, and it was over, like, 5 or 10 minutes later, but yeah, I mean, it just speaks to your point where it's like, by the end, you don't really have anyone to root for. You kinda see where this is going, and it's like, what more is this film gonna offer me?
And a lot of it's gonna come down to the like explaining where we think things are going versus how it does end versus the spoiler stuff. So I'm just we it sounds like you thought it was a fine watch when you were is that your wording?
I mean, I feel like because of some of the shot compositions that were very interesting, and
Some color stuff is
the
awesome. Yeah.
sets and, the period piece clothing, I thought there's a lot of good. I just feel like, screenplay-wise, um, it's almost like I said, it's only half of the book,
Yeah.
and so it doesn't need to be 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think they tried to
That's the wicked
stretch.
effect, right?
It's the Wicked effect, exactly. They tried to stretch out this source material, and in doing so, you're not getting anything from it. So that was really my issue, but it was fine in the fact that it kept me interesting, like I said. But the cool shot compositions. There's that one sunset scene. Actually, the where they
The red
were, the
background, so
rocks,
he's
the red
jumping on a
background scene
horse.
was
That's
super
like
cool. Yeah, that was super cool. It's so there was a lot of good. It's just I think screenplay wise, they lose people at the end.
right. And if you are a person like me who like is 90% interested in the storytelling and screenplay, like, it's kind of hard to recommend this one.
Well, because that's your bread and butter. That's
Yeah.
that's what you do.
Whereas like, yeah, I could appreciate good shot composition and set decoration, costuming, blah blah blah. But it's not reeling me. That's not what reels me into a movie unless it's like Avatar, but I think I also like story of Avatar more than a lot of others.
I think
I'm
I
trying
gave,
to like
I gave
think of like
I think I
movies where
gave
like I'm
both
just in
movies
it
the
for like
same
the
rating.
experience,
Yeah, I
and I'm
think
like Avatar's like the one. What were you gonna say?
I think I gave both of the new Avatar and this movie the same rating. So
Oh, okay, let's let's calm down here. Avatar is like an interesting, competent movie.
no, it
IMO,
is. I know we had a great
and I
discussion
don't know
about
if
it.
I could say that about this one.
It's not. It's not. Like I said, there is some good, but it loses people. And I mean, that's the most interesting thing is watching this love turn into obsession. And like, in the beginning, they're kind of pure and good. And by the end, these people are evil. So it's kind of that good to evil. Um,
And I've seen that in films before in ways that really, really interested me.
this one
I
didn't.
don't know if I really care with this one. You know? Okay, I'm gonna throw up the spoiler ticker so we could actually dive into
Get into the
those
nitty gritty. I love it.
spicy,
Let's talk.
spicy beats.
Let's talk
Uh,
freely. Yeah, because I had a thing. I wanted to talk about that dark comedy that you touched on in the beginning. That was
let's
really
do it. Spoiler labels
all
up.
right.
Go
So
for
I
it.
think, and this is a screwed up thing to say, but one of my favorite scenes is so they've just kind of taken Heathcliff in, and now Catherine and Heathcliff are becoming best
Mhm.
friends, and they're little kids. They have an animal in a bucket, and they both have sticks, and they're like, die, die, die. Do you remember that?
I do. I forgot, but now, yeah, I
That
remember now.
was so crazy, and it was almost like a look into
There's Psyche,
right who they really are, and like
like a hint.
like watch enjoying that pain. Like they have, I don't, you don't see what the animal is, but I think it's from Nellie's point of view, and she's looking out the window, and she sees them just with a
Yeah.
die,
Well,
die, and I laughed so hard.
I think talking about we could talk about the comedy element, but in terms of the storytelling there, like that is one of the interesting, like, let's hint at who these people are going to become element later. But the more direct one, I guess, is even like the first thing you see of Catherine is her cheering on someone being hanged, right? But then she's crying after, and I'm trying to remember. Did that upset her after something? What upset her in the hang with the crying shortly after? Do you recall?
Mm, no.
It's her first scene, like where you like she Nellie's like comforting her, and the dad comes in and she pretends she wasn't crying. I forget what that if that was connected to the hanging. But the first thing you see is like the hanging, and she cheers, and it's like yay, and it's like she's rooting for suffering one way or another throughout the film.
Right, and Isabella says that later too. She's like, there's a hanging. I thought you would have been interested in it.
It's a woman. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not.
it's a woman.
I don't actually quite. I wish I did.
Understand why they put that
I've
in
been.
there.
I'm pondering it now. I'm like I
Me and
don't.
my wife
Quite,
talked about that, and we said,
I don't
what was
quite
the point of
know how
that?
that connects to the film and
So
Catherine's psychology.
so here's the thing, and since I didn't read the book and I didn't double check this, my wife's theory was because Catherine doesn't have a mom, right?
Hmm.
Do we know what happened to her mom?
Could have been
She
yeah
could have
hanged yeah
gotten hanged.
yeah.
That was the only reason we could have thought why they made a point to mention it. Because like,
Oh, go
oh,
on.
hey, oh, sports fan, he's got the racer.
Oh, there you go.
That's F1 though. Who sports fan? Who we rooting for in the Great American Race today? I'm pulling for Blaney myself.
But you're saying the
Right.
mother.
So that was our only theory of why they brought that up, because like you were just about to
Yeah.
say, like, why did they make a point to say why would she be interested in a woman being hanged rather than a man? Why would that interest her? And that's the only thing we could think of.
Besides just connecting there, but I thought like the movie's maybe setting up for it being like she does something that could theoretically get herself or Heathcliff
I thought,
hanged
well,
by the end.
I thought that was going to be the end was
Yeah,
that Edgar has Heathcliff hanged
or yeah, something.
for
Yeah,
causing all this problems, but
he
then
threatened to threaten his life at a point. Yeah,
right, but then that
the
never
movie
happened. So
starts
it's
there.
like,
You get a reminder in the middle, and then there's
and
nothing
there's
to do
no
with hanging towards
conclusion.
the
They don't.
end. So
Right. It was
it's
weird. That's how it
interesting.
starts. It comes in the middle, and then it goes nowhere.
That
Like what was this hanging plot
but it
device that
feels very significant in the moment, so you think it's
you
gonna
think it's gonna come back? Yeah, we were like, oh, Heathcliff's gonna get hanged for sure.
yeah.
Um, no,
Or get or get Edgar hanged to get Catherine's
why did they
hearts
mention it twice and then never bring it back?
again, in ways that feel significant as opposed it's not just throwaway beats, you know?
Right, and then the
Um,
movie kind of just ends.
it just kinda ends.
It
Yeah,
just kind of ends.
I think the ending is part of what really sours it for me because like, it's you have so much buildup about these guys are the worst, and then the way the ending is framed is like it comes across as like I don't know, like Romeo and Juliet levels of tragedy.
Yeah, and they mentioned Romeo and Juliet as well. So you thought maybe Heathcliff would kill himself because Catherine was dead, because they mentioned Romeo
Yeah.
and Juliet. Isabel's reading it to Edgar, and she's like, "Oh, how I wept," blah blah blah. And she's like reading Romeo and Juliet, but then that never really comes back either.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can.
I don't know what to really make of the ending because like, you have, like, these flashbacks to them as kids, and I think they want you to be really
I hate
upset.
flashbacks at an ending. Um,
And, like, I'm not I'm not sad for these. Like, they've just
No,
been nothing but awful to each other.
terrible,
And, like,
terrible.
I don't think that's
Never any
inherently
people
a
around
bad thing, but then when you want me to then feel bad for them, I'm like, what is happening? What, huh?
Yeah, they it's I hate a flashback at the end. I'm like, buddy, I watched the movie. I know. Like, uh I don't need them. It's again a waste of time. Trim the
Bring
fat,
on the
trim the fat.
tears. Bring on the tears, Jack.
And oh, so I can get into this now. The ending that they chose, right? Catherine has a miscarriage and dies. In the book, Catherine dies giving birth, but has a child.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. That's very
right.
different.
And then so Isabel, when she goes south to London,
Hmm.
because Heathcliff goes to see Catherine because she's dying, and Isabel gets in the carriage and leaves,
Yeah.
she also has a baby. So
Okay. Yeah.
Isabel has Heathcliff's baby, Catherine has Edgar's baby. So there's two babies, and then the second half of the movie is about those two children, and then they grow up, and essentially Heathcliff is trying to, because he already owns Wuthering Heights, right?
Right.
He tries to essentially get the deed to the castle and screw these kids over. And that's kind of where the movie
Damn.
goes. That's where the book goes, at least. And then so the two kids actually end up getting together and
Of course.
falling
Yeah.
in love, similar to Catherine and Heathcliff. So that's the back half of the book.
That's fascinating and so incredibly different. Okay. But I
Yeah,
understand why you wouldn't do both of those things in the same movie. I'm sure they're hoping that is a big success and then you could do that sequel. Well, you
I
can't
don't
do the
think
sequel because she died in childbirth.
well, they can't do the sequel.
Yeah.
That's the thing
Why
because
why they
she
cut
never had
themselves
the
off from being
child. She
able
never
to do the
had the
sequel?
child. Um, so it's like
Why
you can't have.
why would they make that change and cut themselves off from being able to continue the story?
I don't know, creative decision. That's where they went with it. That's
I guess.
like you
Yeah.
said. They knew they couldn't get it all in one film. How they wanted to do it, so they cut it and changed it to make it work for them. Although I don't know if it really worked for the audience.
I mean, I didn't know about this alternate approach to the story, and I could tell you that the way that they went with it still didn't quite land for me. I there's beats of this movie where I like they get into the let's show off. Heathcliff being the worst, let's show off Catherine being the worst. They're
Hmm.
turning people against each other. Um, and they're toxic and abusive and wonderful in all those ways.
Yeah,
um, but like it doesn't.
it's tough to empathize for them at the end for sure.
I
And
need more fun with them being awful, or I
yeah,
need more rootability. And honestly, the rootability element, I don't need to root for these guys. I do kind of
yeah,
like the twisted path a little bit more, being that like I'm not so in love with their romance to begin with.
right.
So I don't like that would have been more of an uphill battle. But every now and then they just drop a little line. I'm like, that's so out of pocket. That's crazy. I love that. But it just comes up at weird random times, and then we're back to like the sullen silly drama, you know?
Yeah, it's weird how I mean it's obviously the choice, but it's like this racy romance movie. There's no nudity. There's barely any sex scenes. Like there's the one where the people are. I mean, it feels like they wanted to get. It's like over sexualized, but at the same time, not. And I don't know why that was the path that they chose.
I don't really know, but luckily like you brought up, we got the Isabel chained up dog scene, so that's
That scene was
exciting.
insane. That was the craziest scene in the
I
whole
don't
film.
I,
The
at
house is
first
like
I thought
destroyed, and she's just sitting on a chain by the thing. And it like when he who it's Nellie who comes to the door.
Nelly visits, yeah.
Nellie comes to the door, and it's from her point of view, so you just see it from the outside, and you hear a dog barking, right? And you think
Yeah,
it's a dog,
right.
and then she gets inside, and it's just Isabel on the friggin' ground, chained up. Oh my goodness!
And like that's a very funny scene in
Oh yeah,
isolation, but also, like, I thought I understood their dynamic She and Heathcliff's. It was basically Isabella's in Heathcliff's, but
Yeah.
There's parts where I'm like, okay, so at there's this toxicity to the relationship where he has like this full control, but also like whenever they're writing letters, it seems like they're kind of just like cohort, they're working together, collaborating very
like,
thoughtfully.
Seems to enjoy it.
And like it's unclear like how abusive the dynamic really is behind closed doors, because like how much of it is like putting on a show versus which seems to be what's indicated through the letters versus like is what's actually happening, like this awful thing. Like obviously it's definitely toxic, but like it's kind of muddled how much so. It's the writing the letters elements and faking details to make them sound more extreme.
Right. So it's like what's really happening, how much is just a pageantry in theater. Now I do have a question for you, Justy.
Me?
Who is your favorite character and why?
Oh,
and it's
gosh.
a tough one. It's a tough one. I know.
So I have to have a favorite character.
I know it's tough. You got to though. It's tough.
I'll go Isabella. Like, listen, you okay? Actually,
it's tough.
No, we haven't talked about him at all. Maybe it's the dad in the back half of the movie.
Oh, when he's like old and
when he's hi, hello,
holy rice and beans.
Thank you for giving her rice and beans.
Oh my! Did you see her face?
Yeah.
Covered in beans.
Congratulations! Yay!
Oh my gosh, kid loves rice and beans. It's insane.
Iconic.
It really is her thing, rice and beans. And we have a Mexican joint right on our street, and
easy.
They only speak Spanish, and they love her in there, and she just shovels rice and beans in her face. But anyway, so we're going with the father in the back half as the favorite character.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's just something so unnerving about this character's existence and how he haunts these characters. And it's because you set him up in the beginning to just be awful, and then see him just kind of, lost his luster. He's he's a shell of the man he once was in the end, and the way he like creepily manipulates. At least like they have fun with it all the way through, right? As opposed to these other characters where you're supposed to also feel that emotion for them while they suck.
He wants to be good. Like he takes in Nellie, he takes in Heathcliff. Like he wants to be good, but he's almost like incapable of it because he's like, I do these nice things and no one's listening to me, and my life sucks because my wife's dead, and I'm going to take it out on these other people.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it seems like he wants to be good.
He's good by like label as opposed to execution, right? Like he wants to be able to say, I took a person in and that makes me awesome.
Right.
And without any faults in any way, no matter what I do after that point.
Even though this kid's back is covered in scars. Even though this kid's back
being good is an everyday thing you have to do.
Yeah, it's like he pities these people, he pitied them. Although we also is this Cameron?
Perhaps.
Do we have a guess? It's like he pities these people, like, and it's unclear. So did he get paid to take in Nellie by Nellie's? Because Nellie's a bastard child, right? And they had to hide her away. So I'm wondering if he got paid to take her in, because it's almost like everything he does, like he said, he wants to be good, but the execution, we're not sure if he gets paid to take in Nellie or not. My wife thinks that he was paid for.
Hello.
There he is. It's Cameron, our fearless leader. Oh, Captain,
Frozen image of Cameron.
Yeah, look at that. And he's walking.
Cameron, you might want to get into some good internets.
I don't know if there is. Plus, where he is, he's probably by the festival, which means there's a lot of people. They're all going to be using up that same data.
This is going to be funny for Cameron to watch back, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's going to love that. Cameron, your thoughts on the film?
Oh, let's hear it. Wow. He was rooting for Catherine and Heathcliff the whole time and thought they were delightful people all the way through.
Crazy out of him. I can't believe
Cameron.
I can't believe Cameron's favorite character is Catherine. I never would have picked that. I never would have picked that. She is terrible. She is just terrible. And poor Edgar. Can we talk about poor Edgar? Because what did he do wrong? Nothing.
He was a little boring. You have to admit that is a sin.
That's his biggest fault, is that he's boring?
Oh, absolutely.
Goodness, if that's the worst thing that he did is be boring, then man, oh man, he's a good guy.
No, he's boring. So I think he deserves the worst.
He's a guy who did nothing wrong.
Our main characters are people who require the spice of life, Jack. And Edgar is not going to be able to deliver on that.
No, but he took in Isabella as a ward. He brought Nellie over and paid her to live in the house and help around when he married Catherine. He's the true good in this film. He didn't do anything. If the worst thing he did is being boring, he's kind of our good, right?
Okay. I'm gonna give you a counter, Jack. Let's see what you think.
Okay.
Isn't it easier for someone who's handed everything he wants in his whole life to be good? He didn't have to struggle. He's living a great life. He was born into it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Whereas Heathcliff had to work for his fortune somehow.
I think so. I have a tenuous grasp on that. I'm pretty sure he ran some kind of scam.
Probably, yeah.
In London to make his money. And then he even scams more in the book, like I said, because he takes over Wuthering Heights, and then he basically tries to use Catherine's child, she actually has the child. He tries to use that to take over. Oh, here's Cameron again. Cameron!
Hello. Welcome. I don't know what was happening before, but here we are. Love the stash, Jack. Love the stash.
Thank you. So Cameron, your first thoughts on the film.
First thoughts on the film. Wuthering Heights is a movie of all time, in fact.
It's one of the movies of all time for sure.
Is one of the movies of all time. Look, here's the thing. I thought this film was going to be either good or it was going to be hot and steamy, and it was kind of neither of those. It kind of like took the middle road and wasn't like quality enough, and very like surface level and no depth whatsoever in this film, which I've kind of learned now the director's known for that. Like she's very like surface level with her, even like Saltburn is very similar.
Same thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then it's not really that steamy. Like, come on.
I said that to Justin.
I wanted like, if I'm gonna be going out to a movie like this, I want to be like in the mood by the end, you know? Like,
Bravo,
come on.
Nailed it.
But like, it's neither of those. It's neither. It's just kind of a blockbuster that just, I mean, Charlie XX did a good enough job with the music.
The music was fine.
You know, I mean, not as good as the Moment, which I saw last night.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I'm trying to find. I got a movie. They gave out free like props. I don't know what the prop is in my backpack, but
I like your background.
It was a. Thank you. I mean, Alexanderplatz Tower's right there. My next movie's right over there. So
Nice.
But yeah, I thought it was a lot. It was the Mo was a really good film. But back to Wuthering Heights, I felt everything was fine. I think the production value was good, really solid.
Yeah.
And I thought the camera was good. My only issue with the camera is just like,
for sure,
nothing ever feels earned in the camera. It's like the shots are like these beautiful paintings without any depth behind them, and I'm like, well, this just feels like a letdown to me. Yeah, which is why I gave it what I gave it in the end. And yeah, so.
No, I'm with you. I basically agree with everything you said. It's like, if you're gonna try to be the hot steamy movie, be the hot steamy movie, because you didn't do that. There's not a real conclusion, really.
The conclusion.
I mean, the story does end. The story does end.
If you don't,
but like it feels unearned.
Love,
is it satisfying? Not really.
the lesson is, if you don't pursue love, you die. I think. Maybe.
I think the lesson is, if you let your love turn into an obsession, you die.
That feels like.
But it was
Edgar's.
Edgar's child that killed Catherine. So
he doesn't die.
If you marry for wealth, you die.
See, what I'm hearing is you die.
If you don't follow
You
your
know what?
heart, you die.
I think maybe the lesson is we all die someday, so you might as well go out in a cinematic fashion.
I mean, that's not the
Right.
worst take I've heard.
Heathcliff, when he went into that room and saw her, he should have just killed himself right then and there, and it would have tied into the Romeo and Juliet that they brought up.
Exactly. Yeah. There's this good Romeo and Juliet like connection, and then it doesn't actually happen.
Doesn't happen.
Well, no, you know what I mean. A connection. It's like
Yeah.
it sets up a really great call and response to me at the beginning of the film, and it just doesn't do it. Like
Doesn't
it's just
do
like
it. Just decides not to do it. Just
yeah.
I don't know. But
Besides,
like I said, it was pretty enough. There's some cool, there's some cool scenes. Like that sunset scene was really cool. I did like the sets and the costumes. Like that was cool. It's just the story itself kind of petered out.
I mean, also there's so much subtext in this film, right? That just was, or not in this film, in the book, that was drained out, right? It's the whole, Heathcliff, unsure. Like I've heard some reports that he's supposed to be of African descent. Some say he's of Indian descent. Some say he might even just be of Scottish or Irish descent, right? The Celtics also at the time were seen as subpar. But there is no feeling in this film where we ever feel that Heathcliff is like seen as subpar, even though the Clash should have given it away as well, right? It's one of those films that just like you have a great class warfare kind of film, or like a class difference, and you just like take away all that subtext, and it's like, well, again, if you're not gonna like, I could have forgiven it all if I came out of that thing so wet.
Right.
I would have, but
yeah.
But I wasn't.
Yep. No. I mean,
like, and that's the issue. It's like
you nailed it. You really nailed it.
Either be sexual or be good. I mean, you can be both, but this I had an inkling it was going to be one or the other, and it was neither.
Honestly, but can I pause? Because that is the lesson of the movie. There's two paths in life. You could be sexual or you could be good, and that Catherine and Heathcliff, those were their two options.
Oh man!
But this film basically gives the third path, which is neither.
Well, in terms of the film's construction, sure.
Now, Cam, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Justin, and it is a tough one. Who is your favorite character and why?
Honestly, the not the sister. What's her name?
Isabella.
She's so weird. It's entertaining, and she's so creepy. And you're just like the whole. She's so weird. I love it.
Her dollhouse is insane.
It's so creepy. But it's one of those like, I kind of moments, and I love it. I find it so funny.
There's a model of her dollhouse in her dollhouse.
Isn't it perfect?
Yeah, I know, it's so iconic. It's so funny.
That's one of the best details in the whole film.
There's so much like nothing on here. Like there's so much nothingness in this film where like that, even if it's like small, just like feels significant enough where I'm entertained by it.
Give me something.
And that's something, I think she's cool.
She's super
I'd love for her as a friend.
She like stabs the doll of Catherine and like leaves it in the dollhouse, like all bloody and stabbed. Like that's one of the highlights of the film.
100%. I'm gonna give everyone a tip for next time. Don't be on the podcast outside when it's below freezing, because your background might look cool, but my hands are cold and my legs and everything. But it's fine.
What are you going to see?
I have my market badge. It's all that matters. I'm watching a Chinese film, a first feature called Light Pillar. It's an animated film. It's a debut film.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I won't be here next Sunday, but the Sunday after that, I can do a whole little deep dive into my Berlinale experience and the 30 films that I saw, and kind of, yeah. I go hard.
Jack, it's me and you again next week. Let's second go.
We're going to be talking.
But that's why I can't come next week because I'm going to be watching 6 films next Sunday.
I really just can't do all of.
I don't even. 6 in a day is crazy.
It's insane. It's fun.
That's it.
But you know what? I will have more entertainment than this film gave me.
Oh, absolutely. This film entertains. In the beginning, you're like, oh, this could be good, and then by the end, you're like, get me out of here.
That's
This could be
most movies,
good.
right? What movies start with you going, "This cannot be good," out of curiosity?
That's fair. No,
Remember
it's
when
not
we
what this
watched
cannot be good and
Red, White, and
then
Royal
goes
Blue?
to
You
good.
guys remember Red, White, and Royal Blue? Because when I started that movie, I said, "There's no shot this one's going to be good," just because of the light, because of the lighting and how it looked like a
The
Hallmark.
lighting was
Hallmark
absolute.
film. I was like, I
See,
can't.
oh, you know what? This is just a better. No, you know what? Even at least Red, White, and Royal Blue was steamier than this film.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Um,
let's be honest.
I was
This one was
watching
shot
this
better. This one
movie.
was just filmed better.
I was just watching this movie, being like, "Oh, I guess it's straight heated rivalry." Oh, sure, okay.
But it's like a
um,
one-sided rivalry. Like Edgar didn't do anything wrong, and like
it did
Nellie's
have more rivalry than
she's
heated
like mean
rivalry,
to
so that's
Nellie.
good.
She's mean to Isabel. They're Catherine and Heathcliff are just mean to everyone. No one's mean to them except for
Yeah,
maybe the dad is mean to Heathcliff, but like,
Nellie's mean behind their backs.
yeah,
that's fair.
Nellie's such an
But I think
interesting
Nellie just
character.
feels neglected. Nellie just feels
That's the thing.
neglected.
She feels neglected. She was
Yeah.
Her whole life,
taken
yeah.
in. Catherine didn't want to be her friend, so she's just like alone her whole life. And then this kid comes up, and then she just has to watch Catherine be so nice to this kid and play with him every day and do all this. And she's just sitting there reading because she has nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So it's like she's mean to them behind their back, but like at some point, it's like it's their own fault for causing her to feel that way.
But she's one of those like mean for the greater good kind of mean, which like
Yeah,
doesn't defend her, but like at least is understanding. But between the neglect and the like, hey, I'm just trying to help.
yeah, right. Like you
Is-
should marry this rich man instead of your brother, basically. Like that's good.
I guess we never talked about that element, huh?
You know what I
Yeah, it's
mean?
wild, right?
She like steers
Yeah.
her in the direction of marrying this rich man. Like this is what you should do.
But here's the thing: it's not her brother. It's essentially her property.
Oh yeah, it's
Like-
it's a pet. Yeah, no, it's a pet.
Like the way that
they
like
mentioned it a couple times. It's a pet.
yeah, it's just such a wild thought process. Just like, hey, let's just kill.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, we got the techno music coming here. Let's just like get a child. Let's just get a child
Let's have a
and
child.
make it a pet, and be like, it's mine now, and
Yeah,
have
it's
my daughter, who's clearly not mature enough to have any sort of responsibility,
No,
be in charge of this child who is
Right.
like, I think, the same age.
it's like it starts at pity because they pity him, and then
Yeah.
she turns into love, and then that love turns into an obsession, and that's kind of the way it goes. It's like you pity
Yeah.
him, you love him, now you're obsessed with him, and he's still your pet.
Yeah, it's a truly a wild. I don't know how
It's
to
not wild
react
enough,
to this
though.
film.
But not wild enough, exactly. It's
It's that
somehow
awkward
not-
middle ground, and that's where the film kind of suffers, I guess. Because I
Is it-
honestly, the worse they get, the more I'm enjoying it. But like,
Is it an awkward middle ground? I don't even know it's an awkward middle ground because it just feels like it's just not like it's not that the action isn't an awkward middle ground. It's the reaction and like the analysis of it within the film that's just the tame part. It's like there is no consequences for this girl whatsoever.
none.
oh, Cameron, you might have missed the ending. She does die at the end.
Sure, but that's not. I'm
One
sorry.
might say the ultimate consequence.
That's her own. That's her own fault.
Yeah.
No, that's Nellie's fault for not
No.
taking the dead baby seriously.
Catherine could have brought up to Edgar at any time,
She could have.
hey, I
Yeah.
think I have a dead baby in me. It's not Nellie. I mean, sure, Nellie knew, but like, Nellie's like, did you bleed? And she said no. She's like, okay, so then you probably don't have a dead baby in there. So it's like, is it Nellie's
you-
fault?
Did you guys talk about the actual like the ending with
Yeah.
the like with the back with the children where we find out that she was awake the whole time when he said that he loved her?
Well, I guess we didn't really dive into
Because-
that. We're too busy ragging on it to actually dive into
Because
it.
that's this is a point of ragging. Because first of all, that is I think the actual intention for the Romeo and Juliet like reference.
Okay.
It's the whole idea. Again, this is speculation because I think it's utter terrible filmmaking. But
Awful.
like,
Awful.
let's give it this for a moment, right? The whole
Mhm.
idea of Romeo and Juliet is that he comes to her when he thinks that she is completely gone and kills himself in the process before she wakes up again. And we go back right before as she's about to die, and it's he's just we go back to the scene where he as a child admits to her that she loves him,
Mm-hmm.
and we thought she
Oh, he was doing so good. You cut off
only on,
the techno music took over Cameron.
hello, we back?
You're back. You're back.
Yay. Only for us to realize, yeah, that she was awake and knew that he loved her the whole time. Right? And that's, I think, what's supposed to be the Romeo and Juliet moment. The issue being that there's like the ending of it is just like the ending consequence of Romeo and Juliet is that he dies and she feels terrible about it. The ending of this whole segment is like no consequences from those specific actions. It's like she knew that he loved her, and the whole time she knew she loved him, and therefore, like, because she didn't treat him as a human, I do not like this part of the movie, but I feel it needs to be like I needed everyone's thoughts on how bullshit this whole ending
Yeah.
is.
No,
And on that specific point.
For sure. I mean, it's like, she knows, you both know, act on it. Don't do the opposite of that, which is going to cause problems down the road. I also didn't like how passive Edgar was. Like, Edgar knew what was going on, and he kind of just let it happen. Like, at some point, you got to step up, my guy. You can't just let
Did he know?
Well, he had an inkling, because at first he took Heathcliff in. He's like, okay, yeah. And then he's like, I think we should stop receiving Heathcliff.
Yeah, that's after what's her that's after
not
the
after Nelly. It's not after Nelly.
I thought that's after Nelly. I thought it's after Nelly tells.
Is it?
I think Nelly. Yeah.
I know Nelly tells him.
I
thought he said that before, but he kind of you have to know. Like, they start making out at the funeral, like right in front of the gravediggers.
I think he's just naive. I think Edgar's just naive, and he's just too nice for his own good.
Because he is busy, kind of working. He travels, I guess, a lot for work. But it just seems like he had to have known. Who's that naive?
He's nice, but he's boring. Have I said that enough?
Yeah.
So
I don't think he's that boring. Okay, maybe in the context of this movie, he's seen as the boring guy, but like,
I just don't think I could associate with a boring person, no matter how rich. So I get Catherine. I really connect with her in this movie.
She is so terrible. She is so terrible.
What is this conversation?
Why can't a woman have it all? Why can't she make bank through marriage and get with her pet?
I mean, it
too much.
I don't know. Every decision she makes.
If we don't use this as one of the clips for the reels, I'd be very surprised.
It's just every decision she does and makes is the wrong one.
Yeah, I if I put this story on Am I the Asshole, I would deem everyone the asshole. Like, literally every single person in this film, even Edgar is the asshole.
Yeah.
I am the person that peeked through the window and was watching all of this happen.
And then
therefore, I'm the asshole for watching.
There's really
exactly.
no one,
but I keep
no one to root for in the movie. You know what? There is one person. The guy who works at Wuthering Heights. I forget his name.
Oh, the
stable boy.
The stable boy that like then gets dumped by the housemaid when she leaves.
And then he kind of just has to stay there. You can root for him.
I feel bad.
Yeah,
that's fair. I felt bad for him.
Other than that, there's not much to root. There's no one really to root for.
Do I like anyone in this movie? Nah.
Well, that's why I asked that question. It's like, who's your favorite character? Because it's like,
I mean,
I don't know.
But see, I like their characters. I think they're wildly entertaining, and I like
wildly entertaining. See that I feel
she is wildly entertaining. The one, the younger person,
Isabel
is wildly entertaining to me.
Yeah.
No one else in this film gives me any sort of interest.
No, not really. That's a
If
good
I
choice
hadn't
of
if I
favorite
if I
character.
hadn't gone with a friend who'd been wanting to watch this movie for like as long as it's been announced, I would have maybe actually left midway through.
So Jackie,
Oh, wow.
like towards the end, Jackie's like, "Should we go get a drink?" I said that to Justin. It was like probably at the 2 hour mark. She's like, "All right, should we just?" Because we were like on a date, you know, it was the day before Valentine's Day. And she's like, "Should we just go get a
Yeah.
drink?" We got it. We understand for this. I got it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, it's just
Insanity.
the ending's just so just doesn't give you anything. You're just like, okay,
It's stale. It's truly stale.
it's just thanks, guys. All right, thanks for that.
We got it. We understand.
So
Yeah.
this might be a surprise to some people. We at the end of each of these podcasts, when we like really have come to terms with how we're feeling about it, we really discussed it and poured over it. We do have a little segments. Are we interested in jumping into our favorite part of every episode?
Get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready, because it's time. What time is it?
It's time
To
to
rate that movie.
Right. Thank you.
Nailed it. We nailed it. That was the cleanest one that we've ever done, I think.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Since you've only had me for a little bit, I'll go first. I gave this movie a 6 out of 10. Not because it's that amazing of a film, but because the images look nice.
Right,
And I would have much rather just had this be a visual piece where it's just music behind the images, because that would have given me more entertainment value
Better
than
movie,
what
I
I
think.
watched.
A 6 is insane. Okay.
Well, no,
Too
so
high or too low?
Well, we'll see, because I actually also gave it a 6. I gave it a 3 because you know, some of the shot compositions were nice, because the sets looked nice, because the wardrobe was nice. Like, so I gave it a 3 out of 10. After talking about it, I almost want to drop it to a 2.5, but I gave it a 3. I gave it a 3. So it's 3 out of 5.
When I was really thinking about this film, I was between those two. It's like a low 3, a high 2.5.
Low 3, high 2.5. I'm right there with you, Cam.
But like, I feel like the film's camera work is just too good, and the production design is just too good for me not to give it some sort of props.
That's where I was at.
And it has, in my criteria, everything above a 2.5 has at least a story TM. So I have to give it at least a 2.5 under my own standards, or else who am I as a human being if not
I'm with you.
This is morals.
I was right there.
Justin,
you could just give it
what
a
do you
number
rate
that
it?
feels right. Like, you were allowed to do that. Screw you guys. I'm actually gonna give this film a number this time that I actually mean.
No, you're not.
I'm giving this just because I don't like your ratings. I'm giving this a 4 out of 10.
Wow. A rare
guys.
Wow.
We rag on this for like an hour, and then it comes down to, well, some things looked kind of pretty. I don't care. Like, it's nice in the moment for like a second. It's not. We brought this up. It's not Avatar. That's the only movie in the world I'm gonna give like extra points.
I'm sorry. I don't. It's like hot take. I don't even feel Avatar, the new Avatar film, was that amazing.
Anyway, so I think a 4 out of 10 is really fair.
We're moved by Justin. That piece of poop.
Y'all.
How dare you?
Together here.
No.
Society. What is happening?
He's upset that we gave it its flowers for being pretty.
I hate beauty.
See, but you know, if Anthony were here, he would have given Jen the same exact thing as we would have done. You know that, right, Justin?
And we
that's
just
going to add fuel to the flame.
Justin's a screenwriter, so he wants a good story. So whereas, you know, Anthony, he would have appreciated the lighting, he would have appreciated the shot compositions, he would have appreciated that. And that's kind of where, you know, I'm stuck in the middle, because I'm kind of just a movie watcher. I don't have like my hand in anything other than just
you're not
watching
absorbed in a singular niche, so you could have an unbiased perspective.
Which is why my reviews carry more weight, to be honest.
And as a director, I have a full balanced look at everything together, because I want to see how the thing comes together.
I just like when movies are good, so I think I would.
This film wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but it
was meh.
It was a 3.
It's maybe below meh, but like
it's a low meh.
It's
a 3. It's too good to be a 2.5. I'm with you, Cam. It's like too good to be a 2.5. It's certainly nothing more than a 3. but it's a low 3. You know,
Like, it
it's
did make me feel
6.
something. If it
It's a
did make me feel shame.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give it a 0. I gave it a 4.
Shame for watching that instead of Crime 101 or something.
A shame for watching the two of them like go hanky panky, like in random places in broad daylight.
Let's talk about ratings, right? Because this is always what gets me. You look at a 1 to 10 system. Like, what the heck just happened? I didn't do that one.
Kicked everybody out.
That was me.
What do you?
I
wanted to put you on your. I wanted to put you on your soapbox.
Yeah, get you on the soapbox so you could.
But that's not. Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah. So now everyone can just focus on you. And
I don't like being this big in the frame. I don't like it. No, bad. Point being, if you have like a 1 to 10 scale, of course, like 5/5.5 is going to be like your average movie going experience. Is that is 6? Is this above that? This is above your standard? This is above your baseline? What are you talking about?
Justin.
I'm not talking about
Justy Heights. Justy Heights.
Getting an A. That's the only good thing. Everything below that B. It's not.
There are
school. This is a 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah,
there are truly worse films than this in this world.
Yeah,
and I've seen.
Which is why I didn't give it a 3. I didn't give it a 2. I gave it a 4.
I can't believe you gave it a real rating. That was awesome.
Yeah, because
kind of surprising.
You're bothering me because like I don't like ratings because everyone does them wrong. But like you did it so wrong just now that like I needed to step in. Like I like rankings. I like saying I like this better than this. That is very straightforward. With ratings, everyone does them differently. Things get misconstrued. I don't like that. But this, you're putting this above your baseline. What are you watching that's below the baseline to balance this out?
I put it below on my rankings for movies this year. I put it below Primate. So
well, you know what? This is my number 1 for the year because I haven't seen any other 2026 movies.
I have seen 7. I have it ranked at 5. It's just above Send Help and it's above The Strangers Chapter 3.
I can't wait to see Marty Supreme in 2 weeks.
Wait, what's up?
I can't believe you haven't seen that yet. It's below.
It hasn't come out yet.
I know.
Marty's great.
It's below Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. It's below 28 Years Later. It's below Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and it's below Primate. If you haven't seen Nirvana, you got to see that. It's awesome. Also, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is really good. Those 2 movies. For February movies, they're so strong. It was really nice to see.
I didn't even see
this. Is a 6. Those must be a 10.
Those are 8s, both of those. They're 8s.
So they are 2 points above Wuthering Heights, and they're getting that level of acclaim from you?
20.
But wait, Justin, a 2 out of 5 and a 4 out of 5 is a 100% increase. A 6 out
That's
of 5,
not how math
3 out of
works.
that is exactly how math works. A 3 out of 5 and a 4 out of 5 is a 33% increase.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're high 4s. They're not like
because you're working with fractions, so it's inversed. Anyway,
I love you guys. I gotta sign off. It's time for Sir Spanks to sign off. I'm glad Justin loved the movie. It was really nice to see Justin love the movie. He's gone.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this week. I'm Cameron.
Spanky.
Join us on Patreon and support us. Bye.